Have you ever experienced being the second choice instead of the first priority in someone else's life? That feeling of being constantly overlooked while everyone else's needs take precedence can be disheartening. Today, we will address this issue directly. It is not just about feeling appreciated, it is about mastering the art of becoming irresistible, someone that others naturally prioritize and cherish. We are not suggesting you change who you are, but rather enhance the amazing person you already are. If you've ever felt undervalued or ignored, this video will be a game changer for you. By the end of our discussion today, you will have a fresh perspective on how to be recognized, heard, and appreciated in all your relationships. So, put away the invisibility cloak and get ready to take notes. We are rewriting your story one powerful step at a time. Hit that subscribe button and get ready for the transformation from being in the background to becoming unforgettable. You are prepared. Let us begin. Rule 1. In the pursuit of becoming unforgettable, the initial step is to master the skill of enigma. However, it is important to clarify that when we mention mystery, we are not referring to being secretive or concealing one's true identity. Rather, it involves gradually unveiling oneself, much like a captivating story that unfolds chapter by chapter. This approach ignites curiosity and sustains people's interest in discovering more about you. Consider this: when you encounter someone new and they divulge every detail about themselves right away, there is less to uncover in the future. Conversely, if they gradually disclose their tales, aspirations, and musings, each encounter becomes an opportunity to learn something novel and exhilarating about them. It is this gradual process of discovery that keeps our fascination alive. The Stoic philosophers comprehended the power of restraint. For instance, Marcus Aurelius advocated for the virtue of temperance, which entails not revealing everything at once, but rather thoughtfully sharing insights and thoughts at the appropriate moments. This does not imply that you are concealing your authentic self. Instead, you are affording people the opportunity to comprehend and value the intricacies of your personality over time. Another Stoic philosopher, Seneca, once proclaimed that true happiness lies in relishing the present without anxiously fixating on the future. This perspective can be applied to how we disclose ourselves to others. Embrace the present moments of interaction without feeling compelled to hastily expose every aspect of your future plans, past experiences, or deepest thoughts. Allow these aspects to naturally emerge as your relationships evolve. The art of intrigue involves revealing your life as story thoughtfully and with care, rather than creating a false persona or intentionally being elusive. By skillfully sharing your experiences and beliefs, you draw others in and make them eager to learn more about you. This approach creates a magnetic charm, as people are naturally attracted to those who spark their curiosity and leave room for imagination. It is akin to the excitement of reading a captivating book, where you can't wait to uncover what happens next. Embracing the art of intrigue turns you into a fascinating storybook, with others eagerly anticipating each new chapter in your narrative. Rule to demonstrate your worth. The second guideline to becoming a priority in the lives of others is to showcase your value. This is not about bragging or pretending to be someone you are not. It is about proving that you are unique and significant just like everyone else, and that your presence in someone else's life is indeed special. Consider this: things that are easily accessible to us are often taken for granted, while those that are rare and require effort to obtain are valued more. This guideline is about demonstrating that you are like that rare, valuable treasure. It involves living your life in a manner that reflects your self-respect and self-worth. By doing so, others will begin to recognize and appreciate your value as well. Marcus Aurelius, a wise Stoic philosopher, once stated that you have power over your mind, not external events. Understand this, and you will discover inner strength. This entails focusing on what you can control: your actions, your beliefs, and your strengths. When you acknowledge your own value and do not rely on others to validate it, you naturally become more attractive. Seneca also emphasized the importance of time and how it reflects our self-esteem. He remarked that it is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it by choosing not to squander our time on individuals who do not appreciate us. By doing so, you demonstrate that your time is precious. This does not mean you should be arrogant or dismissive. Instead, engage meaningfully with those who respect and value your time and energy. Another prominent Stoic underscores the significance of self-reliance. While we may not have control over the world, we do have control over our reactions. In the realm of relationships, this entails refraining from seeking approval or validation from others, and instead finding it within oneself. By being self-reliant and self-assured, individuals are more likely to be perceived as valuable by others. Essentially, this principle revolves around living with dignity, self-respect, and confidence. It involves recognizing one's own value and displaying it in a modest yet assertive manner. When you honor yourself, establish healthy boundaries, and pursue your own aspirations with determination, you naturally draw the respect and attention of those around you. They view you not merely as another individual, but as someone significant and deserving of investment. This is how you begin to take precedence in their lives. Rule 3. Find your own happiness. The third guideline to becoming a priority in the lives of others involves discovering and cultivating your own sense of joy. This principle is crucial because when you are content with yourself, you inherently become more appealing to those around you. It is not a matter of feigning happiness, rather, it is about authentically identifying what brings fulfillment to your life and actively pursuing it. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher, taught that true happiness originates from within. He stated that the quality of your thoughts determines the happiness in your life. This implies that your joy is not dependent on external factors, but rather on your own thoughts and attitude towards life. By focusing on positive thoughts and finding happiness in your own actions and accomplishments, you exude confidence and contentment that attracts others. Seneca also stressed the significance of being content with oneself, asserting that genuine happiness is self-generated and not reliant on external circumstances. According to him, true happiness lies in enjoying the present moment without worrying about the future. Practically speaking, this involves living in the present, savoring life as pleasures as they come, and not constantly seeking happiness from others. Epictetus, another Stoic philosopher, highlighted the importance of concentrating on what is within our control. He advised against seeking happiness in external things, but rather within ourselves. This serves as a powerful reminder that our happiness should not be contingent on the actions or opinions of others, but on our own values, activities, and self-care. In real-life application, this principle entails engaging in activities that bring us joy, spending time with supportive individuals, and prioritizing our physical and mental well-being. It is about constructing a fulfilling life that we are content with, irrespective of our relationship status. When we are happy with ourselves and our lives, we do not seek validation from others to fill a void. Instead, we share our complete, happy selves with them. This quality is immensely appealing and draws others towards us, not because we need them for happiness, but because they are attracted to our inner joy. In essence, creating our own happiness involves nurturing a positive mindset, relishing the present moment, and finding delight in our own lives. The inner joy you possess shines brightly, attracting others to your presence and positioning you as a significant figure in their lives. Rule for the fourth principle in becoming a priority in the lives of others revolves around understanding your own value and allowing others to invest their time and effort in you. This principle emphasizes the notion that you are a valuable individual, akin to a rare and unique treasure, and not easily attainable without effort. This concept finds resonance in the teachings of Stoic philosophers, such as the renowned thinker Epictetus, who stated that great things are not created suddenly. This principle applies to relationships as well, as meaningful connections require time, effort, and mutual investment. When you permit others to invest their time and energy in you, they begin to appreciate your worth and the positive impact you bring to their lives. Marcus Aurelius, another Stoic philosopher, also stressed the significance of self-worth. He believed in the value of inner strength and self-respect, asserting that one's perception of themselves greatly influences how others perceive and value them. According to Aurelius, a happy life requires very little external factors. It is primarily determined by one's internal state and mindset. When you are aware of your own value and exude self-assurance, others are more likely to acknowledge and respect your worth. Seneca's teachings also align with this principle, as he advocated for a life of self-contentment and the importance of valuing oneself. He emphasized that we often suffer more in our imagination than in reality, implying that the fear of others not recognizing our value is often unfounded. When you prioritize your own value, others will eventually recognize and appreciate it as well. This principle entails leading a life that showcases your importance and participating in activities that help you grow intellectually and professionally. It is essential to take care of your physical, emotional, and mental well-being, and to create a life that you can take pride in, one that others would aspire to be a part of. By investing their time and energy in you, people establish a stronger bond, making your relationship more meaningful. They will come to view you not just as another individual in their life, but as someone significant and irreplaceable. Ultimately, being valuable and allowing others to invest in you involves acknowledging your own worth, striving for self-improvement, and fostering meaningful relationships through mutual effort and respect. This approach positions you as a priority in the lives of others, not because you demand it, but because they genuinely value and appreciate you. Rule 5: To become a priority in the lives of others, it is crucial to prioritize living your own life to the fullest. This entails embracing your independence, pursuing your personal interests, and striving towards your goals. Rather than relying on others for happiness and a sense of purpose, it is about creating a fulfilling life for yourself. Marcus Aurelius, a wise Stoic emperor, once stated that living in harmony with oneself leads to harmony with the universe. This quote by Bo encapsulates the essence of this rule. Being in harmony with yourself involves recognizing and pursuing your own dreams, passions, and goals. When you are content and fulfilled in your own life, it naturally makes you more appealing to others. They perceive you as someone who is self-sufficient and whole, which attracts them towards you. Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, also emphasized the significance of self-contentment. He believed that our happiness should not solely depend on our relationships with others. Seneca advised that before seeking love and validation from others, one should first find love and contentment within themselves. By doing so, you become someone who does not demand attention but naturally attracts it. Epictetus highlighted the idea of focusing on what is within our control, our actions, pursuits, and responses to life as challenges. He stated that we are disturbed not by what happens to us, but by our thoughts about what happens while living our own lives. This means not allowing your happiness to excessively rely on how others treat or perceive you. Instead, concentrate on building a life that brings you joy and satisfaction. Practically living your own life involves engaging in activities that you love, whether it is pursuing a hobby, advancing in your career, or spending time with friends and family who uplift you. It is about setting personal goals and working towards achieving them. Living a fulfilling and abundant life naturally attracts others to be a part of it. Instead of being seen as someone who constantly seeks support or validation, people perceive you as someone who adds value and brings joy. Ultimately, living your own life entails being self-sufficient and finding happiness in your own accomplishments and pursuits. It involves being satisfied with your own identity and possessions, which in turn makes you more desirable to others. By living a fulfilling life on your own terms, you naturally become someone that others prioritize and include in their own lives. Rule 6: The sixth rule in making yourself a priority in others' lives is to first prioritize your own needs. This rule underscores the significance of self-care and self-respect. It is crucial to understand that taking care of yourself is not selfish but necessary. By respecting and fulfilling your own needs, you exude self-assurance and worth, which others are naturally drawn to. Marcus Aurelius, a renowned Stoic philosopher, emphasized the power of self-control and inner strength. He stated that one has power over their mind, not external events. Recognizing this truth will lead to finding strength within oneself. This profound statement underscores the importance of focusing on oneself and one's needs. It serves as a reminder that while we cannot dictate how others treat us, we have the ability to control how we treat ourselves. Prioritizing one's own needs is a means of asserting control over one's life and well-being. Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, stressed the significance of self-reliance and independence. He believed that true happiness should stem from within and that we should not overly depend on others for our sense of worth or contentment. According to him, finding fulfillment within ourselves is essential for leading a balanced and harmonious life. Epictetus also provided valuable insights on this subject. He advocated for focusing on what we can control in our actions and responses. He stated that our external circumstances are beyond our control, but we always have the power to choose how we react to them, especially when it comes to prioritizing our own needs. This entails taking responsibility for our own happiness and well-being instead of relying on others to fulfill those roles. Prioritizing our own needs involves establishing boundaries in our relationships and ensuring that we are not constantly sacrificing our own needs for the sake of others. It also means making time for ourselves, whether it be for relaxation, pursuing hobbies, or personal growth. It is about making choices that contribute to our own health and happiness, even if it means occasionally saying no to others. In essence, prioritizing our own needs is about recognizing and respecting our own self-worth. It involves taking care of ourselves both physically and emotionally, which ultimately leads to a fulfilling life and earns us the admiration and respect of others. By demonstrating that we value ourselves, we inspire others to value us as well. Rule 7. Value your time and presence. The seventh rule for becoming a priority in the lives of others is to appreciate your time and presence. Recognize that your availability and attention are valuable and should not be taken for granted. Demonstrating that you have your own interests and responsibilities makes your time and attention precious gifts that you choose to share. Marcus Aurelius, the renowned Stoic philosopher, stressed the significance of valuing one's time. He advised, "Do not act as if you had 1,000 years to life." This serves as a reminder that our time is limited and valuable, urging us to use it wisely. Being selective about how and with whom you spend your time conveys that your presence is not something to be overlooked. Seneca also emphasized the importance of time, famously stating that it is not just that we have a short time to live but that we waste much of it. This underscores the idea that being mindful of our time usage is essential. By not always being readily available, you demonstrate that you value your time, prompting others to do the same. Another Stoic philosopher believed in focusing on what is within our control. He recommended investing our time in activities that enrich and enhance our lives while valuing our time. This involves engaging in meaningful activities and only sharing your time with individuals who respect and appreciate it. Practically, valuing your time means not always saying yes to every request or invitation. It entails establishing your own schedule and priorities, making intentional decisions about how you allocate your time. Striking a balance between your needs and the needs of others ensures that you are not constantly placing yourself last on your own list. To summarize, acknowledging the importance of your time and being fully present entails acknowledging your own value and demonstrating it by being present in meaningful moments. It also involves ensuring that you allocate enough time for your personal endeavors. This mindset enhances the significance of your presence and makes you a desired and prioritized individual in the lives of others. Rule 8. To become a priority in the lives of others, it is crucial to maintain a balance in initiating communication. This principle emphasizes the significance of not always being the one to initiate conversations or make plans. By allowing others to take the lead, it demonstrates that you value your own time and interests, while also providing them with the opportunity to show their interest and appreciation for you. The wise Stoic philosopher, Marcus Aurelius, once stated that the art of living is more akin to wrestling than dancing. This quote holds relevance in this context as it suggests that life, including relationships, requires effort, adaptability, and not always taking the lead in communication. It entails stepping back at times and allowing the other person to step forward. The key is to establish a balance where both parties contribute equally to the relationship. Seneca's teachings also align with this principle, emphasizing the importance of self-reliance and not solely relying on others for happiness. By not always initiating contact, you demonstrate that your happiness and self-worth are not entirely dependent on the other person. This approach also gives them the opportunity to miss you and reach out, indicating their appreciation for your presence in their lives. Epictetus spoke about the value of self-discipline and control in our actions, highlighting that we have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we may listen twice as much as we speak. Applying this to our principle underscores the significance of listening and allowing space in communication. It is not always about filling the silence with your own words or actions. Rather, it involves finding a balance between speaking and listening, initiating and waiting in practice. It is important to be mindful of the frequency of your communication. While it is acceptable to reach out first, it is also essential to allow the other person the opportunity to initiate contact. This is not about playing games or keeping score, but rather about establishing a healthy dynamic where both individuals are equally committed to the relationship. Finding the right balance in initiating communication involves valuing your own time while also giving space for the other person to demonstrate their interest and dedication towards you. By maintaining this equilibrium, the relationship can be mutually beneficial, with both parties actively engaged. This equilibrium contributes to a more satisfying relationship and ensures that both individuals prioritize each other in their lives. Rule 9. Maintaining emotional equilibrium is crucial. Rule 9 stresses the significance of prioritizing oneself in the lives of others by ensuring a balanced emotional investment in relationships. This principle encourages a healthy attitude towards emotional connections, advocating for a level-headed approach that fosters self-respect and mutual respect in relationships. Marcus Aurelius, a renowned Stoic philosopher, underscored the value of emotional self-control and rationality. He believed that the most effective form of retaliation is to act differently from those who wronged us, all while maintaining emotional stability. This involves refraining from impulsive or emotionally driven reactions and instead responding thoughtfully and deliberately. By adopting this mindset, one can avoid becoming excessively overwhelmed or attached too quickly in relationships. Another Stoic philosopher, Seneca, also emphasized the importance of mastering one's emotions. He once said, "He suffers more than necessary." This statement underscores the importance of not allowing anxiety or premature emotional reactions to govern our behavior in relationships, but rather allowing them to evolve naturally without prematurely burdening them with excessive emotional weight. Epictetus emphasized the importance of controlling our reactions, highlighting that our response to situations is more significant than the events themselves. When it comes to emotional equilibrium, it implies that although we cannot dictate how others act in a relationship, we can regulate the depth of our emotional involvement. This does not mean being aloof or detached, but rather maintaining a healthy emotional distance while assessing the level of mutual commitment and respect in the relationship. Practically, this principle entails being mindful of the speed and intensity with which we become emotionally invested in someone. It involves taking the time to truly understand the individual and allowing the relationship to progress at a natural pace. By following this approach, not only do we shield ourselves from potential emotional turmoil, but we also enhance our desirability by demonstrating self-worth and valuing emotional well-being in relationships. In essence, maintaining emotional balance is about making prudent emotional investments, refraining from hasty emotional attachments, and instead nurturing them organically. This balanced approach cultivates stability, capability, and attractiveness, thereby increasing the likelihood of becoming a priority in someone's life. Rule 10. Be prepared to walk away from music. The 10th and final guideline for becoming a priority in the lives of others is having the bravery to exit situations or relationships that do not honor or appreciate you. This guideline is centered on acknowledging your own value and not hesitating to step back when a relationship is not advantageous to you. It is a strong declaration of self-respect and a crucial move in guaranteeing that you are treated as a priority by others. Marcus Aurelius, a revered Stoic philosopher, stressed the significance of inner strength and self-respect. He taught that you have control over your mind, not external circumstances. Understand this, and you will discover resilience. This quote is extremely relevant to our guideline. It implies that the strength to walk away from a negative situation comes from within. It is about comprehending that you may not always influence how others treat you, but you can manage your reaction to it. Seneca also discussed the value of self-worth and the significance of not settling for less than you deserve. He stated, "As is a tale, so is life. Not how long it is, but how good it is what matters in the context of relationships." This indicates that the quality of the relationships you have is more crucial than simply having someone in your life for the sake of avoiding loneliness. Epictetus, another Stoic philosopher, believed in freedom of choice and personal accountability. He advised that only the educated are free. Freedom encompasses the ability to opt out of a situation that is not respectful or beneficial to you. Being educated in this sense involves recognizing your worth and understanding that you merit respectful and healthy relationships. Essentially, being willing to walk away entails establishing boundaries in your relationships and adhering to them. It requires identifying when a relationship is one-sided or disrespectful and having the self-respect to depart rather than remaining and settling for less than you deserve. This choice is a difficult one, yet it serves as a strong confirmation of your self-esteem. In essence, being ready to walk away involves recognizing and asserting your own value. It means not hesitating to exit situations that fail to treat you with the respect and consideration you merit. This principle is essential as it shows both others and yourself that you are an individual who deserves to be appreciated and made a priority. It signifies that you deserve more and will not accept anything less. As we conclude our journey together today, remember that your value is not determined by others but by the resilience and dignity with which you uphold your principles and honor yourself. You are a remarkable blend of experiences, aspirations, and insights. Never lose sight of that. Embrace these 10 principles not just as guidelines but as affirmations of the extraordinary person you already are. Every step you take towards valuing yourself teaches the world how to value you in return. And remember, while today's chapter may be ending, your journey of personal growth and self-discovery is an ongoing adventure. If you have found value in what we have discussed today, I encourage you to explore further on the screen. You will discover a playlist that will lead you deeper into this journey of self-empowerment and personal development. Click on it, immerse yourself, and continue to shape your life into the masterpiece it is destined to become. Thank you for sharing this time with me. Keep shining, keep evolving, and always remember that in the narrative of your life, you are and will always be the protagonist. See you in the next video.